Hi guys, welcome back to a new video on the channel. I'm back with some new custom tactics for you to attack, to counter-attack, especially in Weekend League. A bit different because I see all of those people using 4-2-1-3, but I went with a formation that's pretty popular, but still is going under the radar a bit. And I'm talking about just a 4-4-2 flat. This formation is still the most, most traditional formation in FUT history. I think it's viable every year, but this year as well. And I've got you some custom tactics with some gameplay examples to see how good this formation still is. And hopefully after this video you'll try also these custom tactics. So let's get straight into it. So we got the build-up style balanced and the defensive approach on high. Why did I put it on high? Because in this formation CMs don't really come back that much. So when you put it on balance, the gap between your defenders and the midfield will be too big. This is why you need to put it on high for the gap to reduce and the spaces to be a bit smaller. Then goalkeeper, I got on sweeper keeper. I think goalkeeper is not really relevant. Me, I always like sweeper keeper the most, especially now Allison because he got this on a plus role. Now both fullbacks will be on fullback balanced. You can choose to go with defend if you're very much struggling to defend counter attacks. That way they'll stay back a bit more and help you to defend the transitions. But I'll go fullback defend because it also helps a bit more in your offensive play. Defender's pretty much always on defender and defend. That is the most solid option we have at the moment. CMs will both be on holding and defend. I'm testing a bit with deep line playmaker as well. I think for 4-4-2 holding is fine because they're pushed up anyway. And that way you have them best, in the best position possible for the defense. And both our right and left mid will be on inside forward and balanced. Me, I personally like to play with inside forward. Some games it might get a bit too narrow, but it's at the same time also the strength of this formation that you got a lot of people in the middle. When you notice that you can maybe switch one of them to winger to create a bit more width in your play and make it easier to build up. And the two strikers both on advanced forward and attack. That way they stay back and make the best runs possible. As I mentioned before in the video, it's a very good counter formation. So this is also where the emphasis is going to be for this video. Also, when you look at the lineup I put out, you see that the four attackers are pretty small and quick. That way we can utilize the counter the best. So let's dive into some gameplay examples. As I said, it's a counter formation. So here I show you from whenever I recover the ball, how quick we go forward. Lauren James making the run, we use this decoy, then we have to hold up the play a bit, but at the same time he's putting out defenders. Then we find Lauren James, you see that now his defenders are a bit gone. We have four guys inside the box. So when you pause it, when I turn back with James, you can see them all three lined up, ready to receive the ball. For us, in this case, it's the best to play it to Dennis Mann. I evoed him, that's my right wing evo. Because he's got finesse plus, and also he's the guy who's, if you play the ball to him, he has to make the less steps. He's already touch goal as we do here. And with the other guys, we probably have to do a bit more to get ourselves into a shooting position. So that guy is in the best position possible to shoot. Here again, we recover the ball. Then we find the wing. This is from a corner actually. Talking about corners, I've gone in depth on corners, so you might want to check that video out to score all your corners in FC25. We player lock, and then he's aggressive again with his defenders, and this formation allows you to perfectly punish that. In I think 5 passes we score. What's important in this formation is that you constantly keep passing with L1 or trigger them manually, your wingers, because that's where the advantage is. As you attack through the middle, most likely you get the ball with your strikers. You want your left or right mid to make some runs, to be an option, that way being able to counter-attack quickly, because they're both on inside forward, as I said. All your counter-attacking has to go through the middle at some point, and that's why you need them running. This is more of a build-up, but as you can see, we bait out one of his midfielders, and then I think he defends it really bad, but still there's a lot of work to be done. And here you see James coming to the inside. Theo basically plays no role anymore, and it's kind of a 3v2 or 1 in the middle because of Dennis Mann coming to the inside and Lauren James coming to the inside. It's very hard for him to stop, and it's just quick, simple passes, which allows us to be through and goal. Again, counter-attack, left mid, running, in this case Dennis Mann. We find him, and then Vini is free at the back post, and we can score. Now let's rewatch it again. You can see that the moment we received all the Reinders, we trigger Dennis Man. We keep that in mind, and at this point, he makes a defensive mistake in which we can capitalize on Dennis Man, who's free now on the left on the run. And when you find someone and your timing is good enough, most likely what happens is that the cross becomes available, also because he committed with one of his defenders. That makes the 1v1 in the middle with Vini and the center back. And Vini is in the perfect position to receive that cross. Dennis Man also has whipped past Gray, so that cross basically gets better and better using that playstyle. Now let's look at some defensive examples. Actually what I've done is I put together the weaknesses of this formation, so you are prepared what might happen defensively. Also at the same time I'll come up with solutions you can use to counter that. We play this from the moment we lose the ball. So here we take a throw in, and with Vini we lose the ball. One pass to the camp, if we pass it here, we're very vulnerable, because in one pass, before we can even do anything, he found his number 10, and he's running with 3 attackers in front of him towards our defense. And our midfielders are not tracking back unless we select them to do so. So in this case, we track back with Lampard to apply some pressure from behind, but at one point we gotta let loose of Lampard because, we gotta select one of our center backs, otherwise he's just gonna shoot. So he plays to Mbappe, and now you can see we switch to our defenders, but our center mids don't track back. If we pause it, like from the moment he takes the ball with Mbappe, you see that our center mids are just staying there. They're not tracking back. This gives us a very difficult situation because, as you can see, it's a 5v4 in the box. This is where you need to, show courage a bit and be aggressive with one of your defenders. Ideally with ones who've got Anticipate Plus, if you got them in your team, because they of course perform the best standing tackles. And you got to be aggressive, get at him, press tackle button at the right moment. For example, whenever you feel he's got no options, or you can cover maybe multiple options at the same time, or he's got a bad touch, whatever, then is the moment to be aggressive and take the ball off. We go again, counter attack. He finds his left mid immediately, or left forward I should say, and without us doing anything wrong, he's in a dangerous position. As you can see, we track back with Lampard, but it's not enough. Reinders, for example, is standing still, and that's bad defending, to be honest. But you can see how vulnerable we are there. The rebound also for him, and what happens most of the times is that your opponent plays with his attackers on inside forward, just as we do. And the right and left back nowadays, they don't defend that much from AI perspective. So what you actually have to try to do is either be early, select your left or right back, and run them to the inside a bit to make it a bit more compact. In this case, for the rebound with Weerts, you wouldn't have been able to shoot there. Or you have to be very comfortable with your center backs and be at Weerts immediately. Next clip again, he finds the number 10 so easily, and this is sometimes what you have to do. Just select the center back. At the same time, look where the danger is. So in this case, the danger is the striker. Try to mark the passing lane to the striker at the same time while running up to him, so that if he gives that pass, your defender will intercept it. But you have to sometimes take the risk. In this case with Konate, we go at him. Also, as I said, lots of risk, so you need a bit of luck as well. Press circle and win the ball back. So it's not always easy to defend in this formation. You gotta take risks, you gotta be brave, and you gotta be able to switch and defend manually as well. So guys, this was the video with the 4-4-2. If you've got any questions, let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, subscribe. I'll see you for the next time. Bye.